Hey everyone, Hannah here from Sheet Leveler. Microsoft Excel has made extracting the most current data incredibly simple and efficient. The take function lets you pull data from either the top or bottom of any range automatically, without any manual sorting or filtering. It's absolutely perfect for creating dashboards, generating reports, or managing any list that continuously grows over time. Let me show you exactly how the take function can streamline your workflow and help you extract the newest data effortlessly. Download the practice file. I've created a sample workbook to demonstrate the take function in action, and I've made this file available for you to download completely free. You can open it up and follow along with me step by step as we explore how to use the take function. You'll find the download link in the video description right below. Just look for the Sheet Leveler website link. Please make sure you download the file, open it up, and practice along with me. And while you're down in the description, if you're enjoying this video and learning something new, I'd really appreciate it if you'd hit that thumbs up button, the like button. That feedback lets me know you're finding value in this content and would like to see more tutorials like this one. Also, if you haven't already subscribed to the Sheet Leveler channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button now so you get notified about new videos that I publish every single week covering Excel and other productivity applications. Alright, let's dive into the take function. The sample data. Inside the workbook I've created, you'll find a worksheet called Sales. This contains a straightforward data table with sales information. The table includes several columns, but I want to draw your attention to one in particular. The date column, which records when each sale took place. Here's my objective. I want to extract the 10 most recent sales from this list automatically. The old manual method. Now, in the past, before the take function existed, how would we have accomplished this? Let me walk you through the traditional approach so you can appreciate how much easier take makes this process. First, we'd need to make sure our list is sorted by date in ascending order. Oldest dates at the top, newest dates at the bottom. Then we'd scroll down to the bottom of the list and manually count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, there are the 10 most recent records. Next, we'd highlight those 10 rows, copy them with Ctrl+C, and paste them somewhere else in the workbook. That's quite a series of tasks we have to perform, and more importantly, it's not dynamic at all. Next week rolls around, and I want to grab the newest 10 records. I have to repeat that entire process all over again. Sort, count, find the 10 records, copy, paste, and so on. There has to be a better way, right? And there is. Demonstrates. Enter the take function. This is where the take function steps in to save the day. Let me show you how incredibly simple this becomes. I'm going to click into cell F4, and since take is a formula function, I'll start by typing equals. Now I'll type the function name, TAKE, open parenthesis. Understanding takes parameters. The take function can accept up to 3 parameters or arguments, but we're going to use just 2 of them for this example. Parameter 1. Array. The first parameter is the array. This tells take where we're pulling the records from. What range of data should it look at? For this, I'll select from cell A2. Now, instead of manually dragging to select the entire range, I'm going to use a keyboard shortcut. I'll hold Ctrl+Shift and press the down arrow to select all the way down column A. Then I'll hold Ctrl+Shift and press the right arrow to extend the selection across all columns in the table. This gives me the range A2 to D31. That's my entire data array. I'll type, comma. Parameter 2, number of rows. The next parameter take needs to know is, how many rows do you want from that array? And critically, do you want them from the top rows or the bottom rows? In my case, I want the most recent sales. because my list is sorted in ascending order by sale date. Oldest at top, newest at bottom. The most recent sales are at the bottom of the list. So I'm going to type -10. Why negative numbers? This is important to understand. The negative sign tells Take to pull from the bottom of the list. If I wanted the oldest 10 records instead, the records from the top of the list, I would simply type +10, and Take would extract from the top. Negative equals bottom, positive equals top. It's that simple. That's all we need. I'll type, close parenthesis, press enter and boom. There are the 10 most recent sales records from the list, extracted automatically using the take function. How quick was that? Think about how fast that was. Take. Specify the range, tell it how many records you want from the top or bottom, and you're done. No sorting, no scrolling, no counting, no copying and pasting. Making it dynamic. All right, let me show you a bonus technique that makes this even more powerful. Let's take this a step further and make it truly dynamic. The problem with static ranges. Watch what happens when I add new data to the list. I'll click at the bottom and add a new record. I'll enter a name here in the first column, add product information, and enter an amount, let's say $500. Now look at my extracted data using the take function. Notice anything? The new record didn't get pulled into my list. Why not? Let me click back on cell F4 where my formula is located. Look at the formula bar. It's pulling from a literal fixed range, A2 to D31. That's all it's going to extract from. But the new record I just added is in row 32, which is outside that range. This is a problem. Solution? I'd like to make this formula more dynamic, so it automatically updates every time records are added to the list. Here's the trick. I'm going to modify one thing inside my formula. Instead of going to D31 as a hard-coded cell reference, I'm going to extend it significantly and use special notation. I'll change D31 to D # or £, 1000. What does this do? The hash symbol, also called the £, or number sign, creates what's called a spilled range reference. By specifying D to 1000, I'm telling Excel. This list might potentially grow up to 1000 rows. I don't know exactly how large it will get, but give me headroom. Here's the brilliant part. Even though I've specified up to 1000 rows, the take function is smart enough to only pull data from cells that actually contain content, up to that 1000th row. Empty cells beyond the actual data don't get included. Let me press enter to commit this modified formula. Boom. Testing the dynamic formula. Now look, I've got all 10 of my most recent records, including that new entry I just added. Perfect. Let me test this further by adding another record. I'll enter another name here, add product details. Let's say they sold some computers for $1,000. Watch what happens. The take function automatically updates. I now have my 10 most recent records, and the newest entry is included. As the list grows, Take continues to pull the correct bottom 10 records without any manual intervention. Make sure you try this technique out. It's pretty simple once you understand it, and it makes your take function incredibly powerful and flexible. And that's the take function. I hope you can see how useful this is for automatically extracting data from either end of your lists without any manual sorting, filtering, or copying. If you enjoyed this tutorial and found it helpful, please make sure you give the video a thumbs up, hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow and helps other people discover these tutorials. And if you haven't already subscribed to Sheet Leveler, make sure you do that now so you get updates about new videos that I add to this channel regularly. Until next time, this is Hannah from Sheet Leveler. Keep leveling up those spreadsheet skills, and I'll see you in the next video.